alien animals and their variations, and more here on Cobra TV. Thank you guys for joining me again on Cobra TV, and today we're going to be talking about the alien animals and how different are they going to look from each other. How much variation will there be in No Man's Sky? So I would like to go back to the animals on this show. I can talk about how the animals won't be copy and paste till I'm blue in the face, but a better way would be to show people. The buzz on the internet is that there won't be much variation in No Man's Sky, that things will look alike but have different colors. I hear people say that the reaction will be, oh wow, it's a deer. Then on another planet, we're gonna say, oh wow, it's a purple deer with smaller horns. But the truth, it goes deeper than that. You see, they can control the strength of that algorithm that creates the animals from slightly different to very different. In an article that was written in Edge magazine, Sean Murray said, "We can create a forest where every tree is slightly different," Murray adds, "but we can also create thousands and thousands of forests that are all each unique. And we won't create just one tree as a prototype, we will create hundreds." So what he's trying to say there is if you're going through a forest, it's not going to be just the same tree just repeated over and over. The system's going to create that same tree and how it grew differently, how it grew based on the landscape that it's growing from. Is it dying? Is it leaning? Is it creating beautiful foliage, young foliage? Is it bushy? Is it bigger? Is it skinnier? The list goes on and on and on. If you're in a forest that has just one type of tree, some are going to be fat, some are going to be skinny, some are going to be tall, some are going to be short, some are going to be old, young, but they're all going to be different, and No Man's Sky is no exception. Sean Murray also stated that we haven't seen anything yet. They chose planets to show us that we could relate to, things that looked familiar to us, as he states here.
It's like we're easing people into No Man's Sky. So when we showed it first, we always showed kind of like fish and things that look like sharks and things that look like deer and dinosaurs, because we wanted to choose planets specifically that had those things because we wanted people to feel comfortable and understand what the game was. Because actually you can go to some planets and you can be underwater, but it doesn't look like underwater anymore because the creatures don't look like fish, and water can be made of things other than like water, you know. So that could be confusing for people. And so we tried to stick to things that were more grounded. Slowly we're kind of peeling that back and we're letting people see a little bit more of the kind of more alien creatures, alien buildings, technologies, things like that are created. You know, you see that in those kind of weird flying creatures. You know, and somebody was asking me what those were, and like the reality is I don't know. They're just a creature.
A beautiful flying creature.
Yeah.
I don't think we should label them. I think they should be.
Well, that is genuinely, somebody will find them, and then they will get to label them, and that's kind of cool.
Cool.
And if we take a look here at a page from the Edge magazine, the team is currently discussing the level of information to give the player when they encounter a creature. There's particular debate over whether or not explorers should be informed if a creature is hostile. We had a printout that would display that information, and it removed some of the mystery, says Murray. Maybe we'll just do it for the creatures that have been discovered already, but at the moment we're thinking that you won't have it. Duncan suggests that the game's visual language will be enough to inform players. You'll be able to look at a creature in the same way as you can look at certain ships and know that it's going to be very fast and very maneuverable. It will come down to how we author those things. If you were walking around in Africa, there are certain creatures where you'd think, I'm going to stay away from that, like a lion. But if you see a zebra plodding around, you know it's all right. The likely decision to remove the information, says Murray, is about respecting players' intelligence. Smart players naturally exercise caution when encountering something that's much larger than them. There may, however, be the odd surprise. I do really want to have a little white rabbit that kicks your arse, laughs Duncan. Now that would just be amazing, and that thought has crossed my mind. Will there be alien animals that are super vicious and dangerous, but they're really small? And then there are pictures down below, and they are just so amazing. The sidebar reads, these are all variants of the same animal type or rig that have been generated with a single mouse click. Out in the wild, you'll notice they vary more in size. Each mutation changes the beast's underlying bone structure, and the animation will be adjusted accordingly. So not only will it look different, but the skeletal structure in each animal will change, the way it actually moves. And this is from one base model, just one. Just take a look at all of these animals. Yes, some of them look ever so slightly familiar to another, but pointing something like that out makes people look a little dense. If we look at life on our own planet, no one has ever been mad that zebras look too much like horses, or that a female lion looks like a stripeless tiger. So again, I say that Hello Games gets an A+ for adding more variety in this game than we see in real life. If that wasn't enough though, the animals will actually all have different sounds.
And it's not just that, like the creatures, I was talking about development-wise, like in the background, all the creatures, we haven't had this before, but all the creatures that you hear in the stuff that we've done, like over the last few days,
yeah, the beautiful
those are
dinosaurs.
They're procedurally generated, so creatures have their own voice now, and like they will look different, but they will also sound different, which is really cool. It's really interesting the way we're doing it.
Each animal's sound is also procedurally generated, giving all the animals you come across a unique sound and leaving you in wonderment every time you see a new animal. What kind of sound will this one make? Or better yet, if you hear it first, wondering what it would look like. When I was going through some of the pics that I have on my computer, this one stood out to me. This is concept art from Hello Games. And since it is concept art, then that means they were planning out a base model, because obviously I can't see them being able to create a concept art for something that they don't know what the computer is going to do in its procedural generation, in its algorithms. So I'm pretty sure that they're drawing a base model here, something that they would like to implement into the game and have the algorithms change. But could you imagine what the system would create for this model? We would definitely get a lot of two-legged variations from it. And it's just one of those things to look at and to realize you've only been fed what they wanted you to see in No Man's Sky. There is so much more to this game that they are trying to keep so secretive. So that way when you play the game, you're jaw-dropping all of the time. If their whole idea is to keep you in the dark and shock you with what's in the game, don't think for 1 second in the trailers that you have seen from an unfinished game is all that there is in No Man's Sky. Best is yet to come, guys. The point is, No Man's Sky will have enough variation to please us all. No DLC required. I love you guys. You guys know I do. You guys are the best subscribers that YouTube has to offer. Every single one of you are just awesome. Thank you so much for making this channel possible and making Cobra TV possible, and thank you for watching these videos. If you have anybody that is telling you that No Man's Sky is going to be repetitive, or No Man's Sky is going to not have No Man's Sky is not going to have that much variation in it, share this video with that person. But please remember, guys, people, they're allowed to hate this game. They're allowed to not like it. For whatever reason, it's not up to us to change their mind. It's up to the game. When the game comes out, I'm sure they'll play it, but it's not up to us. People are allowed to have opinions, and they're allowed to not like something. And if they don't want to like this, then maybe it's just not for them. Maybe they just don't like space games. Maybe they like strategy games only. Who knows why they don't like it? It's not up to us to try and force somebody to change their mind. And I learned that the hard way. People have opinions, and people have different likes and different dislikes, and they come from different walks of life. So Let's respect everybody's opinion. The trolls and the critics, just let them say what they're going to say. Let the game and our passion for it and Hello Games' passion for making it speak for itself. Also, thank you for the donations. You guys are so amazing. I love you guys. Leave a comment down below what you would like to see in the next show. Until next time.